Hey there, and welcome to this week's featured video. So I recently decided to begin a new playlist series called 5-Minute Health Hacks, where I'll share an insightful, informative, and inspiring health and wellness tidbit from either the client or practitioner perspective in hopefully just 5 minutes or less, or pretty darn close to it. So for the first of this series, I'm going to answer the question, which 3 foods should we never eat when navigating chronic illness? And I'll even take this a step further and say that these 3 foods should be avoided altogether by all of us for optimal health and well-being. But before answering this question, it's first necessary to establish that the primary drivers of chronic illness, from a physiological perspective that is, most often include the following. Number 1, reduced cellular energy production, followed by chronic inflammation, which is often widespread. Number 3, blood sugar and insulin dysregulation, hormone dysregulation, particularly stress hormones, cortisol and adrenaline, and overgrowth of undesirable and pathogenic microbes, most often in the gut, but can also be systemic, and accumulation of toxins due to impaired detoxification pathways, and intestinal permeability, aka leaky gut, which I've come to know to be ground zero for autoimmunity to be created. It's also important to understand that when it comes to recovery and health optimization, the food choices we make are definitely at the top of the list of the biggest levers in determining if we move in the direction of improved health or continue to spiral downward. This said, the 3 foods that we all must avoid eating are as follows. Number 1, refined sugar in all forms. 2, excessive carbs of any kind, even healthy carbohydrates. And number 3, excessive protein of any kind, even healthy forms. Just some of the main reasons for this, which may or may not be obvious to you, are because of the following. Number 1, they all place additional stress on the body and take an immense amount of energy for the body to process, therefore exacerbating the primary drivers of illness that I just listed out for you. Number 2, in order to metabolize just 1 molecule of unhealthy sugar, which unhealthy carbs are broken down into, the body requires upwards of 56 molecules of magnesium and dozens of molecules of vitamins, enzymes, minerals, and other vital nutrients, all of which are stripped from the body when refined sugar and too many carbs are consumed. Sugar and carbs also feed undesirable microbes, especially gut bugs. We certainly don't want this happening. Number 3, when it comes to fuel for energy, contrary to popular belief, sugar and carbs are not the optimal source because they create so much inflammation. The body prefers to burn fat for fuel in the form of ketones, which are very anti-inflammatory. And number 4, lastly, is protein. While it is absolutely integral to eat adequate amounts of protein between 0.8 and 1 gram per pound of body weight, it's equally detrimental to overconsume, as too much protein greatly burdens the kidneys, makes the body work extra hard to maintain optimal pH, and excess protein contributes to roller coaster blood sugar levels, which fans the flames of inflammation. All this said, when it comes to eating to reduce inflammation and heal the body, I strongly advise a dietary plan that emphasizes ample amounts of healthy fats, including saturated fats from grass-fed, pasture-raised animals. Once again, fats are the body's preferred energy source. Next, fiber, which the amounts of fiber will be largely contingent on somebody's gut health. Some people cannot handle much fiber at all until the gut is much more healed. Next, the right amount of cleanly sourced protein. Once again, between 0.8 and 1 gram per pound of body weight. And finally, somewhere between a moderate, low, and perhaps almost no amount of healthy carbohydrates, depending on the current state of health and levels of inflammation that one is dealing with. So, what would this look like in terms of a meal? Well, an example breakfast could be 3 scrambled egg yolks or a fatty cut meat piece of grass-fed protein, half of an avocado, a small serving of blueberries, and perhaps a green tea blended with coconut cream and MCT oil. Okay, that's a wrap for this 5-minute health hack. Thanks for watching, and until next time, be well and be empowered.